to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but it has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simple. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away. This is precisely why when entering the plane of youth...
What? Alright, well, let's see it then.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario. Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Oh, well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake and for Inazuma's, please, bring her back.
Nico, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination. Don't we have... Huh? How can this be? You have returned. This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel, the conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. Energy energy they consume, great enough to vaporize the ocean and turn day into night. And the will they demand, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush brains. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Eternity is in my hands! Shine down! This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future, and you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gate, and whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now, in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power, this blade, it was at once... You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew he would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin. A convoluted way to reach you, but there was no time to wait for you to have a change. But you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And don't look down on me. See? It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness, that it is you who must take the most important step.
Into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future. Nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I'm so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your Polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her eternity is a concept.
A place where time is meaningless. Perhaps that is the And yet, that sense of disorderly.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power. Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never...
No, but I understand why now. It was because sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
Don't you think that tree was...
The sacred...
Ugh. Now...
I'm joking. And obviously, it's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment. Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly. At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but suffice to say, fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took...
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
A?
My body has fully recovered.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all,
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I have to say, it's all thanks to her that I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and
It's rare to hear such comforting words.
oh, come.
Makoto said the...
Great minds think alike, I wonder, does that qualify me to maybe... Actually, no, forget that. Far more trouble than it's...
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that...
Really?
I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking forward